Welcome to Toronto. I'm your host Emily Agard and you're watching Vacay TV. We're here at Dundas Square, the heart of Toronto. In this month's episode, we'll discover some of the amazing things you can do right here in the city. We'll walk amongst the clouds on the CN Tower's 1,000-foot high Edgewalk, the world's tallest, full-circle, hands-free outdoor trek. We'll also shop our hearts out in the luxurious Yorkville district and stop by to meet some of the top chefs in Toronto. If you're in town this month, be sure to check out Disney's live performance of The Lion King at Princess of Wales Theatre from April 30th to June 15th. Or on June 28th and 29th, Canadian Grammy award-winning singer Michael Bublé will be performing live at the Air Canada Centre. And finally, from June 20th to June 29th, Toronto will be celebrating and hosting World Pride. It's all here in this month's edition of Vacay TV. Coming up, we'll be looking at Toronto's vibrant culture, diverse attractions, and the best spots in town for some shop till you drop retail therapy. Once the sun goes down, we'll check out the tasty dining options and hot nightlife spots, which have made Toronto one of the best happening cities in North America. For all of this and much more, stay tuned to Vacay TV. Toronto has many ways to get to the attractions around the city. The TTC is the main public transport system in Toronto. It offers a safe and convenient way to visit the major attractions with regular stops in the city via bus, subway, and the iconic red streetcars. Like many other major cities around the world, Toronto also offers an eco-friendly bike program known as Bike Share Toronto. With stations all over the city, it's a fun and easy way to get to and from destinations in the downtown area.
In Toronto, there are so many cab companies that operate in the downtown area. Halo gives travelers the ability to find out the cost of your trip before you depart to your destination, calculates the approximate time your trip will take, shows what cabs are in your area, and even provides driver reviews from other passengers. Halo also makes using taxis cashless, as the app will allow you to pay the exact fare and tip percentage of your choice using your credit card. What a convenient way to get around the city.
Toronto is well known for its seamless blend of historic buildings and modern, cutting-edge architectural design. The University of Toronto and the Old Town District present icons of our rich colonial heritage, while the Royal Ontario Museum and the Art Gallery of Ontario offer a glimpse into the modern future of Toronto's streets and skyline.
Come check out St. Lawrence Market, originally opened in 1803. And with over 120 retailers, it was recently rated by National Geographic as the top food market in the world.
Just up the street, the iconic Gooderham building is an early example of the Flatiron style and harks back to Toronto's industrial past. While St. Lawrence Hall, which was the social and cultural center of Toronto for over a century, is a stunning example of Renaissance Revival architecture. Heading down to the financial district to have a closer look at some of Toronto's impressive skyscrapers, look out for Old and New Toronto City Hall on Queen Street, which perfectly exhibits the contrast between the historic Toronto of yesteryear and the modern designs of Toronto today.
Here we are at the CN Tower Skypod, the highest level on the tower. At 147 stories high, this is a stunning place to see the city at the very top of it all. The tower is so tall that on a clear day, you can even see Niagara Falls. It has a 360-degree revolving restaurant, which we will be showcasing later in the show, and the world-famous glass floor, which lets you stand and see 1,142 feet straight down to the ground.
If you wanted to try something really daring, they offer the chance for you to test your limits on the world-famous Edgewalk, the world's highest external outdoor walk on a building. Let's go check it out! I'm joined by Chris Hall, Edgewalk's lead guy. Okay, Chris, this is my first time doing the Edgewalk, so I have to ask, is the Edgewalk safe?
Definitely, yes. We take safety as a #1 priority here at the Edgewalk. We do regular inspections, and we want to make sure that you enjoy your Edgewalk experience and you have full confidence in our safety.
Okay, that's good to know. Any tips on what we should be wearing to do the Edgewalk?
Yeah, if it's a nice warm summer day, athletic footwear, athletic gear, you're going to be wearing a walk suit over top of all your clothes. So as long as you're comfortable underneath, you'll be fine.
All right, well, with that said, I think I'm ready to do the Edgewalk.
Definitely.
Let's harness up. Let's go.
All right.
Okay, so I am all strapped up, as you can see, and I think I'm ready to go. Ah!
All right, so right now we're here on the Edgewalk. Oh my gosh, this is an incredible view, and I highly recommend it for anyone that loves adventure, or if you're afraid of heights, I still recommend it for you because it's a great way to get over that fear. So, yeah, 2 thumbs up.
This is definitely a once-in-a-lifetime experience that you can share with your friends and family together.
Explore the Toronto Zoo, the largest and most diverse zoo in Canada. With almost 6,000 animals representing 500 species in 7 geographical exhibits, you'll experience the wonders of nature from every continent on the globe. The zoo also has a full breeding facility on site, so come meet our newest baby animals. With many award-winning exhibits and live shows, the Toronto Zoo has plenty to offer for every age group, and the excitement never ends. If you're looking for something that's truly unique to Toronto, we highly recommend the St. Lawrence Market, recently rated as the top market in the world by National Geographic. St. Lawrence Market is located within Old Town Toronto, surrounded by some of Toronto's most iconic and storied buildings. Within the market building, there are over 120 different vendors offering everything from fresh seafood and pastries to coffee and cheeses. This is a Toronto icon and one you and your stomach won't want to miss. Let's take a step back to a time in history. One of the most exciting locations in Toronto is undoubtedly the Fort York National Historic Site. Located at the foot of the downtown core, it's home to the largest collection of buildings from the War of 1812, and while you're here, you can visit the year-round tours, exhibits, and period settings. Looking for an escape from the concrete and steel of the city? Come check out Allen Gardens, which features 5 greenhouses spanning 16,000 square feet filled with rare and endangered tropical plants from all over the world. Allen Gardens is open 365 days a year, and best of all, admission is free. The world's favorite building block has arrived in Toronto at the Legoland Discover Centre at Vaughan Mills Outlet Mall.
Admire the 1.5 million brick Toronto skyline, take the Lego Factory tour, be a part of the experience in the Lego 4D cinema, or try one of the rides which explore the Lego universe. When Lego's involved, fun for the whole family is a guarantee.
You can't think of Canada without thinking about its favorite pastime, hockey. If you're a fan, the Hockey Hall of Fame is the perfect place for you. Check out their exhibits celebrating more than a century of world hockey, including, of course, the Stanley Cup. New culture and art exhibits are always popping up in venues around the city. So don't miss your chance to experience past and present Canada at Toronto's award-winning museums and galleries.
Remember, you can save up to 45% on Toronto Museum admission fees and attractions with Toronto City Pass.
Castle Loma is the only full-sized castle in North America, and it's a must-see for anyone looking to take a step back in time to a period of European elegance and splendor. Built in the early 20th century, this 98-room castle boasts 5 acres of gardens, a stable, a hunting lodge, and hosts several historical exhibits and events throughout the year. Its architectural grandeur also makes Casa Loma a favorite shooting location for the film and television industry.
Maybe you're looking to get away from the city to enjoy a summer's day out by the lake. Why not spend it at the Toronto Islands? With over 600 acres of natural green space and attractions, the islands have their own restaurants, beaches, bike trails, and it's one of the best places to snap photos of the Toronto skyline. To get to the islands, catch the ferry boat from Queens Quay West and make sure you bring everything you need for a day out of the city. For an action-packed day on the islands, visit Centerville Amusement Park. With over 30 rides and attractions, this is definitely something for the kids, young and old alike.
Enjoy the ideal end to a long day on the island by taking a stroll along Toronto's harbourfront. Throughout the summer and into early fall, there are so many shows and festivals that happen here, and it will undoubtedly make a memorable ending to your day by the lake.
We're here at the Royal Conservatory of Music, just one of the many stops at the Bloor Street Culture Corridor. At Bloor Street and beyond, Toronto's venues play host to major acts from around the globe. And if your timing is right, you might be able to catch one of the hottest new bands, a Broadway show, or your favorite sports team live. Want to know what's happening live this month in Toronto? Stay tuned as it's coming right up.
Catch the popular Broadway musical The Disney's Lion King at the Princess of Wales Theatre between April 30th and June 15th. For more information and tickets, visit mervish.com. Come celebrate World Pride happening in Toronto this year at venues across downtown between June 20th and the 29th. The Pride Parade is the main event, so make sure you come out for some fun on the 29th. For more information, check out worldpridetoronto.com. Don't miss the Luminato Festival happening between June 6th to the 15th at venues across Toronto. This international multi-art festival transforms theaters, parks, and public spaces into art canvases, so come play, create, and share. The Wine and Spirit Festival returns to the Harbourfront Sugar Beach between June 19th to the 21st. With wine samples, craft beer, and pairing seminars, it's the perfect event to kick off your summer season.
If it's one thing that Toronto's known for, it's our vibrant multicultural roots. With over 140 languages being spoken here, and over 30% of the city's residents having been born outside of Canada, it's no wonder that Toronto has evolved into the dynamic and diverse dining capital that it is. Let's eat!
If you're looking for a dining experience with an amazing view, why not come experience the CN Tower's 360 restaurant?
With its award-winning cuisine and revolving concept, you'll find that this might be the perfect vantage point for a romantic dinner or your next business meeting. Be sure to stop by for some wine at the world's highest wine cellar. It boasts over 9,000 bottles and features an extensive wine list from vineyards all over the world. I'm joined here by Executive Chef Peter George. Thank you so much for having us here at the restaurant.
Well, thank you for coming.
Now, first off the bat, I guess what I really wanted to ask you is, what can we expect from this restaurant's cuisine?
Well, I try and represent the foods of Ontario and foods from across the country and the different ethnic backgrounds that come together to make up what I feel is a really unique culture.
What are some of your signature dishes at this restaurant?
That's an interesting question. I get asked quite often what my signature dish is, and I don't have one in particular. What I do have is dishes I like to prepare seasonally. So when spring comes around, I like to use morels and ramps. I love strawberry season because I like to make strawberry pies. In the summer, when pumpkins and squash come out, I like to make pumpkin pies. I like to do squash soup and things like that. So I like to use the seasonal ingredients as they come to me throughout the year and get excited about it repeating year over year.
Keeps it fun. I like the sound of that. So tell us about the food that we have in front of us today.
Well, we have some interesting items. We have Willow Grove Farm pork belly, which is just east of us here in Ontario, with an apple croquette that's from southern Ontario, the apples. Niagara prosciutto from Mario Pingue. He makes some great cured pork products. and pickled chanterelles from Saskatchewan.
Well, thank you so much, Peter, for having us here at your restaurant. I know I will definitely be back.
Well, thank you for coming. It was a pleasure talking to you, and you enjoy the food today.
I will. Here we have our restaurant correspondents to show us a few of the best and most unique restaurants in Toronto.
Toronto loves multiculturalism. We love food from all over the world. If you're looking for a great time and some exotic food, a local favorite is Gu Izakaya, bringing you authentic food from Japan. Let's take a look inside. So at Gu, you're not really going to be ordering something like a California roll or a green dragon roll. Stepping in here is going to make you feel like you've been teleported to izakaya in Tokyo, Japan. In Japan, izakayas are well-known places to go and socially drink right after work. They offer a wide selection of sake and cocktails. You see, Gu, they opened up in 2009 in Toronto. And then they opened up another one in 2011 in Annex. Other izakayas try to open and be as good as these guys, but we still recommend them being number one. There's a set menu offered regularly at the restaurant, and added specials which can change daily depending on what seasonal fresh food is available. Now what you're looking at here is one of my favorites. It's kimchi udon. Till next time, kampai.
We are here at the Art Gallery of Ontario to visit Frank Restaurant. For fans of food, art, and architecture, this is a must-see spot. The restaurant was designed by world-renowned architect Frank Gehry and features chic decor, modern Danish furnishings, and a contemporary installation of painter Frank Stella's works. We're here to speak with executive chef Jeff Dewick. I'm here with Jeff Dewick here at Frank Restaurant. He's the executive chef. Very nice to meet you, and thanks for having us.
Thank you for having me.
What made you want to become a chef?
I grew up around food. My grandmother did all the cooking at home, and I hung out with her a lot. So I wanted to be a chef from the time I was very young. And I love what I do.
How do you feel about the dining scene here in Toronto?
I think we're really lucky to have such a varied dining scene in Toronto with all the different cultures represented, all the street food, all the restaurants. I think we have more here than anywhere else in Canada.
So the food here is described as Canadian cuisine. What does that actually involve?
Well, I think it's not just Canadian, but it's really a reflection of the Canadian cultures that are all mixed together in Toronto. So as a result, we have food that does reflect different cultures, but to me it reflects Toronto because it really is a variety of the different people that we have here in the city. It reflects our chefs, it reflects our customers as well.
So this all looks and smells amazing. I have to try this. Can you tell us what we have in front of us here?
Of course. In front of me are Ontario loin lamb chops with some fresh tabbouleh, a roasted eggplant puree, and shaved root vegetables. And on your plate, we have a organic salmon that's been pan roasted with a salad of edamame and tomato and some daikon string as well. So we've incorporated raw food as well in with the cook because the raw diet is also very healthy. So we're combining those flavors. I think it works really well together.
Perfect.
Awesome.
And what do we have in the middle?
In the middle we have a root vegetable mashed with our roasted duck, some crispy Brussels sprout leaves, and a blood orange jus. So we have a real combination of delicious flavors.
Yes, you do.
Awesome.
It checks out.
This is on our dinner menu, so it's very popular as well.
Well, after trying this, I know I'm going to definitely be back here, so I'll see you soon. But thank you so much for having us.
Thank you very much.
And we'll see you again.
Thank you.
If eating out is every Torontonian's favorite pastime, then going out for some retail therapy is a very close second. If anyone mentions shopping in Toronto, one destination comes to mind more than any other: Yorkville. Yorkville is home to countless international fashion houses offering the best styles and selections for every unique taste. On Bloor Street, you'll find the Canadian flagship stores for Gucci, Prada, Louis Vuitton, and Hermes, just to name a few. And just a block or two north on Cumberland Street and Yorkville Avenue are many smaller one-of-a-kind boutique shops that you won't want to miss out on for those retail opportunities you can't find anywhere else in Canada. If you're more of a casual shopper though, not to worry, Toronto has many other shopping districts, each offering unique styles of shopping.
And Dundas Square is home to the Eaton Center, the massive 4-story shopping mall with, get this, over 230 stores. If you continue west along Queen Street from here, you'll find the hippest fashion trends from international brands, local fashion houses, and up-and-coming indie labels. Toronto truly is a shopper's paradise. Be sure to check out next month's edition of Vacay TV to get insider's knowledge of the city. And remember, you can watch our entire episode online at www.vacay.tv, as well as our YouTube channel. See you next time. Bye.